They thought they could erase me, but they didn't know I held the key to everything they stood on. 10 seconds. That's how long it took for my world to crack open. Not with a scream, but with a single sheet of paper, my name scrawled across it like a gravestone. I stood there, in that sterile boardroom, the air thick with betrayal, and I realized they thought I was nothing. But they were wrong. They were so wrong. For 12 years, I poured my soul into a company I helped birth. I wasn't the face on the billboards or the name in the headlines. I was the shadow that kept the lights on, the one who balanced budgets at 3 a.m., who flew to backwater towns to save deals no one else could. I didn't need applause. I needed the work to matter, and it did, until the day they decided I didn't. It started with a meeting, a Tuesday 9 a.m., the kind of morning where the coffee's too cold and the air's too sharp. I walked into the boardroom, expecting routine. Instead, I found Marcus, my boss, staring at his shoes, and beside him, a woman named Claire, young, polished, her smile sharp enough to cut glass. She sat 2 chairs down, her eyes glittering with a victory she hadn't earned. Marcus slid an envelope toward me, his voice flat as pavement. "Elena, we're making changes. Effective immediately, your roles being adjusted. Salary cut by half. Claire's taking over as VP." Half. After 12 years of carrying this place on my back, they carved me in two. Claire's lips curled, not even hiding it. She knew. This wasn't a decision, it was a script, and I was the only one who hadn't read it. I didn't scream, I didn't beg, I just stood, my chair scraping the floor like a blade, and walked out. But as the glass door clicked shut, something burned in me. Not rage, but a promise. They'd just lit a fuse they couldn't see. The office felt like a ghost town after that. The hallways I'd walked 1,000 times, the desk where I'd turned chaos into order. It all felt stolen. I'd built this company with a man named Victor Kane, our founder, back when we had nothing but a folding table and a dream. Victor was fire and storm, a mind that never stopped. I was the one who grounded him. When we almost went bankrupt in year 2, I found the loophole that kept our doors open. When a client bailed hours before a launch, I drove through a snowstorm to save it. Victor used to say I was the only one he trusted to hold the truth. And when he got sick, I was the one who held his hand. Victor died 9 months ago. Lung cancer stole him slowly, and I watched it happen. His family barely showed. Marcus sent emails from his beach house. Claire, she never came. But Victor, even in his final days, gave me something. A small wooden box, heavy as a secret. "Elena," he whispered, his voice like gravel. "You'll know when to open it." I didn't understand then. I just held it, like I held his trust, and promised to wait. That boardroom betrayal woke something in me. I went home that night, the city lights blurring through my tears, and pulled the box from its hiding place. My hands shook as I opened it. Inside, a letter in Victor's jagged scrawl, a leather key fob, and a folder stamped with a name, the Kane Trust. The letter was short, but it cut deep. "You're the steward, Elena. They think they own this company. Show them they don't." My breath caught. I wasn't just his VP. I was his weapon. The folder held everything. Legal documents, notarized, unbreakable. The Kane Trust didn't just fund the company. It owned it. The building lease, the patents, the algorithms that powered our systems, all under my control. I logged into the Trust's portal, my heart pounding like a war drum. Passwords, biometrics, codes, then access, a digital vault of power. I could stop everything, and I did. I didn't scream or storm the office. I moved like a shadow. One signature, one click, and I froze their world. The algorithms stopped. Client dashboards went dark, payroll locked. By 10 a.m., the office was a graveyard of error messages. Marcus was yelling into phones that wouldn't answer. Claire's perfect smile cracked as her webinar crashed. They didn't know why, but I did. I owned the ground they walked on, and I just pulled it out from under them. By noon, my inbox was flooded. Desperate emails, veiled threats, names I hadn't heard in years. They begged for answers, but I gave them silence. Not because I wanted revenge, though God, it felt good, but because Victor taught me something. Power doesn't shout, it waits, and I was done being invisible. That day, I didn't just take back a company. I took back myself. They thought they could erase me, but they forgot who built the foundation. Now they're learning, and they'll never forget again. I'm still here, still holding the key, and I'm not done yet. Have you ever been pushed out, made to feel small? What did you do to take your power back? Tell me in the comments.